Ladies and gents, welcome back. You don't have to be living under a rock to not know what's going on in the world. There's a concerted effort to make sure that this story does not get out there. But it doesn't take much more than a quick search on Twitter with using the word farmers to see that there is a worldwide movement going on right now in solidarity with the farmers of the Netherlands. And you can just keep scrolling and you'll see all kinds of stories and videos of things going on. Here we have in the Netherlands, farmers are boycotting selling their food to supermarkets. People are showing up in solidarity to the farmers by starting their own local food cooperatives to buy food directly from the farmers. But it's spreading around the world. We have it everywhere. Here's Peru. Farmers rise up. They're rising up all over. It's spread throughout Europe. And while we're having protests here, even in Canada, and we have here, Canadians are holding nationwide protests on Saturday, July 23rd, to stand in solidarity with Dutch farmers fighting for their livelihoods in Netherlands. Most, if not all, protests are being organized by Freedom Fighters Canada, who are using the hashtag We Move as One to tweet out updates on the new farmer convoy. As for a brief list of just some of the cities that will see demonstrations, organizers have said they plan to drive through Ottawa, Toronto, Vaughan, Edmonton, Calgary, Grand Prairie, Red Deer, Lloydminster, Montreal, Winnipeg, and Vancouver, making this truly a nationwide demonstration. Moreover, farmers and truckers plan to do slow rolls from city to city, expanding the scope further so that people can't be blamed of blockading roads. They're just slowing everything down. They're driving, well, slowly. It's not against the law. For instance, according to a tweet sent out by Live from the Shed, which covered the Freedom Convoy protest, just the slow roll in the GTA will pass through Bowmanville, Oshawa, Ajax, Uxbridge, Barrie, Innsfeld, Newmarket, Orangeville, Cambridge, Milton, Hamilton, Burlington, Oakville, Mississauga, and Toronto before farmers converge at Vaughan Mills. And this is the tweet from Live from the Shed. Of course, I'll put links in the description down below so you can find all of this stuff. Additionally, it's expected that many many Freedom Convoy truckers will be in attendance, bringing with them semis, big rigs, and plenty of honking to the streets and highways. Watch out for that phantom honking weeks and months later, as some people have allegedly experienced. Sorry, I just had to throw that out there. According to the Western Standard, a poster has begun circulating, encouraging protesters to bring tractors and farm equipment and to bring flags from the Netherlands upside down as per request from the Dutch. Upside down, obviously showing that the nation is in peril. For those that are saying that somehow waving flags upside down is a disrespectful thing, it is not. As previously reported by the Countersignal, Dutch farmers are currently protesting a climate policy that would put 50% cap on nitrogen and ammonia emissions by 2030. Farmers are the primary target due to the supposed impact of fertilizer use and livestock. It's estimated that at least 30% of farmers will be forced out of business and will have to sell their land due to this policy. The honest message is that not all farmers can continue their business, a government statement reads. This is just unacceptable, absolutely unacceptable. And it's a cash grab. We all know this. It's a land grab trying to steal their property. The Dutch government knows this and has positioned itself to purchase the land, which is highly dubious and has led to many claiming that is nothing but a land grab. Well, I just made that claim. As Dutch legal philosopher Eva Vladinger Boek explains, I'm sorry for mispronouncing that. I'm just terrible. What this is about is Dutch government stealing our farmers' land, and they're doing this under the guise of made-up nitrogen crisis that is basically going to put most of these farmers completely out of business. They're doing this because they want the farmers' land and they want it to house new immigrants. They also want it because farmers are obviously standing in the way of the Great Reset plans that they have for us farmers, our hardworking, God-fearing, and especially self-sufficient people who are just standing in the way of the globalist agenda. And this is a case that a lot of people need to really realize, is that self-sufficiency is a thing that this whole new movement hates, and the government does not want you self-sufficient. So therefore, maybe you should work towards being self-sufficient, because that will definitely aid you in the coming years for what's about to happen. Canadians have every reason to be concerned about this development in the Netherlands, as Trudeau is implementing almost the exact nitrogen emissions policy, setting up the cap at 30% rather than 50%. Indeed, what's happening in the Netherlands is almost like gazing into a crystal ball for the rest of the Western nations being subject to radical climate change policies. Thus, farmers sent out the call to action earlier this week in a new, now viral video, asking farmers of the world to rise up for a day in international demonstrations, with those in Europe already protesting, and now with one of 3 nations in North America continent on the American continent planning to join them. It's safe to say farmers are getting what they wanted. Yes, and we have this video, and this is a video that I put on the on the live stream on Friday, and unfortunately I got a copyright strike for the music in it, so I won't be playing the music that's in the video. I'll play some generic music along with it, but this is showing the farmers and what they're doing here. Videos emerged calling for a united support and demonstrations for the Dutch farmers, with farmers, truckers, fishermen, and more. This will be held on the 23rd of July and has asked for the support of the UK, USA, France, Italy, Germany, Australia, Canada, and more. And here I am playing the epic music in the background. Yeah, this is a thing. Note to anyone making these epic videos, try to use something that's not copyright, something that's more copyright friendly, so that people can share this stuff out, because obviously we want to share this out. In this video, there's in the background excerpts from Martin Luther King speaking about fighting for the rights of all people all over the world. So this is definitely a shareable video. I'll put it out there and put the link to it in the description down below. But yeah, I couldn't play the audio here. But what else is happening? I'm really happy. Or am I really happy? A drawbridge in the Netherlands has an enlightening message. Am I really happy? Product of the World Economic Forum in association with the Rockefellers, Rothschild, Bill Gates, Klaus Schwab, Mark Rutte, and Hugo de Jong, health minister. And this is, they wrote it on a drawbridge, so it comes up as a giant billboard every time a boat passes by. Amazing ways of putting their message out there. We have all over the place. Here's Panama. Just mass amounts of people taking to the streets in solidarity with this. Panama is on the verge of collapsing. They have their own problems, inflation with the cost of food, fuel, and basic services. We saw Sri Lanka recently. This happened. Here we have Melbourne traffic chaos as convoy truckies, they call them truckies over there, furious at the soaring cost of petrol, the word they use for fuel in Australia. So frustrated truckers have blocked. Well, they're doing a slow roll, but the news will tell you they're blockading and doing things like that. A major Melbourne highway to protest rising fuel prices, claiming they're lucky to make $60 profit a day. Imagine that. Imagine spending thousands every day to bring home $60. To bring home $60. On Wednesday morning, a convoy of about 100 trucks drove across Melbourne's Westgate Bridge, traveling between 15 kilometers an hour to 20 kilometers an hour, causing peak hour traffic chaos. Good on you, boys. Good on you, boys. Let other people know how much this hurts, because they really need to know how much this hurts. And of course, yeah, here's live from the shed. Dave, great friend of the channel here. Always go over and check out what he's got going on there, because there's always something happening on his channel. Nationwide convoys and slow rolls coming this Saturday in support of Dutch farmers. We move as one. We'll keep using that hashtag. We move as one. This is not just a Canadian thing. This is all over the world, but this is Canadian. Farmers, truckers, white collar workers, show up. Everybody, do what you can. Show if you can't show up, spread it on your social media. Get it out there. If you got a YouTube channel, talk about it on your YouTube channel. But this is how we get the story out there, because the mainstream media is refusing to cover this story. They just do not want to cover the story. Why? I wonder why. Maybe because the people who own the media companies don't or have a vested interest in getting these farmers land. I mean, BlackRock is involved in the World Economic Forum, and they own significant shares in most of these media agencies. So this is what we have coming down the road. The Great Reset was only a few minutes ago a conspiracy theory, but it turns out it was just a spoiler alert for what's coming. And well, just got to pay attention. Anyway, leave a comment in the comment section down below. We'll see what you guys have to say about this yourselves. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, please consider doing that. Anyway, we'll see you guys in the next video. Keep on trucking.